Good evening, church family. This is Osha Crawford. I'm Director of Elementary Discipleship here at Build Mount Zion, and I welcome you to our fifth table talk. That's right, we're on number 5. So today we're going to talk about spending time with Jesus. So in youth church on Sunday, our youth learned about Mary and Martha. They were two sisters. They saw Jesus traveling and they invited him to their house for a meal. So Mary, she chose to sit at Jesus' feet to spend time with him and love on him. And Martha, she was very busy cleaning up and trying to cook a meal. She got frustrated and she said, Jesus, why don't you tell Mary to come and help me? But Jesus said to Martha, Martha, Mary has chosen the better part, which is to spend time with me. So in your groups, in your families, I want you to think about some different ways that we can spend time with Jesus. We may not be able to invite him to our house for a meal like Mary and Martha, but let's discuss some ways in your families how you can spend time with Jesus. Now that you have discussed with your families different ways you can spend time with Jesus, now we're going to talk about one specific way we can spend time with Jesus, and that is through prayer and meditation. So I have an experiment that I'm going to show you today. I have one jar here that represents your time, and I have a bowl of pebbles and some rocks. This represents all the different things that you do throughout your day. And then I have some large rocks here. What do you think this represents? That's right, that represents Jesus. Our large rocks represents Jesus. So this is some things that we do with our time every day. So we go to school, we learn different things, we spend time with our families. Can't forget about your friends. We love to spend time with our friends. Oh, I won't forget social media and our telephones. We love to talk. We love to text. And for our gamers, yes, this also includes our time on video games. So, if we do all of these things first, before we spend time with Jesus, let's see what's going to happen if we put Jesus last. So this is everything that we do every day. Now, it's the end of the day and you're like, oh, no, I forgot to pray. I forgot to spend time with Jesus. So now I'm going to cram Jesus into my day. And what happens? We barely have time for Jesus. Our time is all filled up and it's overflowing. So when we put Jesus last, we barely have time for him. Now, let's see what happens if we put Jesus first. So here, I have another jar that also represents your time. But this time, we're going to put Jesus first. So I'm going to put all of my large rocks in, because I'm going to pray as soon as I get up that morning. I'm going to tell Jesus, thank you for another day. I'm going to tell him to help me be good in school. And for our adults, we're going to ask Jesus to guide us that day at work, help us have a good day at work. And now, after we spend time with Jesus, we have time for everything else. So now, let's see if our jar overflows. Oh, wow. Look at that. We have just enough time to do everything else that we want to do that day, only because we spent time with Jesus first. So let's switch over and talk about distractions. What are some things that can distract you from having time with Jesus daily? Well, it can be some of these things that are in this jar. It can be time with our friends. It can be extracurricular activities. It can be sports. It can be video games, homework, schoolwork, all that other stuff. Those are distractions. So what I want you to do this week as a family, I challenged you to spend time with Jesus at least once per day. And if you have a calendar, you can shade off each day that you spend time with Jesus. Now, if you miss a day, it's okay. God still loves you, Jesus still loves you, and you still have time to spend with him. So we're going to start over the next day, and the next day, and the next day. It takes 21 days to develop a habit. And so for the next 3 weeks, I challenge you as a family to spend time with Jesus every single day. Thank you, BMZ family. See you next week.